Okay, welcome back to the MTG Arena. We've got, I guess, some form of a Commander Dreadhorde deck. I'm not sure if we've played this and recorded it before, but it's here. It's not the Commander Dreadhorde that's spicy and colourful and all the 4 colours, maybe even 5. But we've got a black-white, which I think will be a good competitive once we get more Gideon Black Blades in there. Just having a turn 3 Planeswalker is just really good, especially with this power level right here. We have our complement of knights, which we don't have all the uncommons and stuff. We've been liberally using our things, but we want to, I think we do want to complete a deck. The Phoenix deck is, I think, is my most competitive deck. But I think this will be fine as well. Gideon Sacrifice doing a Dr. Vanguard into the Command Dreadhorde is fine, or targeting Gideon as well, or any of our other knights and stuff like that. Kaya's Wrath, way to destroy all creatures, mortifies. We could mainboard cast downs and stuff like that. Want to sacrifice everything, draw the cards, and then command the Dreadhorde. Okay. Oh, even targeting Bontu with the Commander Dreadhorde, or with the Gideon Sacrifice. Seems because obviously we don't have our Shocklands and not all the no Gola Shrines, only 2 isolated chapels, but we'll work with it. We'll see how traditional rank will do. But not to worry. Hopefully our deck building is on par with some of these small competitive decks. If not, then we'll just have to go to the normal ranked and level up that way instead of having best of 3. But let's see here. So obviously they're going to play first, and this is great. Look at that, Gideon Blackblade. We'll keep this 7. Knights of Malice to Gideon. It's really great. 4-second Sanctuary, start us off with a tap land. They've got a guild gate as well. I wonder if they're playing something of our nature, but well, let's start off with this Knight of Malice. This is almost guaranteed to have a 3-2, especially if they're playing white. Now, what's really nice is that Oath of Kaya cannot target either Knight of Malice or Knights of Grace. I think we'll go ahead and Gideon here and give this lifelink.
I will defend the weak at every opportunity.
Creature.
Your
lifelink.
light will cleave the darkness.
So we're good to go. Gideon, that's a picture of him jumping out off of Rakdos, trying to kill Nicol-Bolas, the god pharaoh, or the dragon god in this case. So they're got the treasure map to fix the draws. We got Command the Dreadhorde to bring everything back if it dies. So this will be interesting. Oath of Kaya. They cannot turret the Knight of Malice. That's what they're trying to do. Which is really funny. Okay, so we've got that, but no need to have that right now. We'll go ahead and do that and give this lifelink again.
Share in my light.
Now we can dress and see what they're up to. Okay, let's see. So Ritual Soot won't kill Gideon. The knight might die, but we're fine with that. Revival Revenge from your grave, so we're not worried about that either. So let's just do Dawn of Hope. That gives them a creature to deal with this Knight of Malice, and if they want to spend the Wrath spells on one creature, that's fine for us as well. We've got this Rascal's Attempt for any planeswalkers that need dealing with. Otherwise we'll have a Gideon that's just going to be hitting them each turn. So they're not committing to this Kaya's Wrath either. So this Gideon Blackblade is now out of a 2nd Oath of Kaya range.
I will lend
So we're
you my
good to
strength.
go. So I think they've got to use one of the Wraths this turn to kill the Knights of Malice. Good matchup against the black-white control deck. We've got the innate Knights that will turn off most of their single spot targeted removal spells, but they've just not been lucky in trying to draw into a Gideon an answer for Gideon Blackblade here. So like Gideon Blackblade is really powerful, be able to just get underneath counter spells, get underneath other things as well. It's fine. We can bring it back again if we want to command the Dreadhorde at a later point in time. Well, they still have to deal with this Gideon. And we will go ahead and end the turn. So if they haven't drawn an answer for this Gideon, then they've lost the game. They've got one extra draw step for this. Right. Okay, so they've drawn that extra card. If it's a creature, they can live for another turn. Revenge does not help because they only go up to 4. We lose half of our life going down to 28. Good game. So they're sort of control deck, so we can side in our last duress as well. I'm going to assume. Okay, so Cleansing Nova is actually pretty great. Being able to kill maybe their enchantments and stuff like that. Not sure if that's great or not. Con maybe to get us some extra card draw. We'll cut a history of Benalia and right, the triumphs can actually go, so we'll put in that history again. Perhaps a Nixon's Binding, so it can shut them off of other things as well. So let's go ahead and try that. Kaya's Wrath. We'll let them Wrath our board if they want to, so we can bring in other things of more importance, such as another Mortify. Actually, let's do an Eldest Reborn. Maybe they'll have Planeswalkers and stuff like that. Probably a Liliana to top things off. Elder Spell. I don't know their deck, so I'm not going to bring in Elder Spell yet. But at least the Eldest Reborn does have 2 other modes that we can use off of it, which is opponent discarding a card and us getting back another creature or planeswalker from the graveyards. So this is not as great as the other one, but we've got a turn 2 Knights of Malice and a Duress to follow up. Natsu. Okay, so we can draw out of our land screw. But we do need a second black source. Duress. So they can take our Duress or our Gideon Sacrifice. I think they'd rather take our Restless Contempt possibly. But if they're not holding any creatures or planeswalkers, then most likely Duress is going. We get to play the Knight of Malice next turn. There's not lots of whites removal for the Knight of Malice, I don't think. Okay, so look at that, we get a Knight of Grace next turn. Only thing they can't target this with Seal Away or Mortify. Take Treasure Map, that's fine. So we decided on Cleansing Nova. We can go ahead and Nova the all of the other stuff as well. So we've got our second black source. So we'll put down the Knight of Grace pre-combat so we can buff out a Knight of Malice as well. But they'll be getting a life every single turn, so this negates one of that damage, so we need to get as much damage as possible. They are light on resources, but they do have a treasure map to fix their draw steps as well. So hopefully we can get to bashing the bashing in their faces quicker than they can draw out their resource restrictions right now. Fortunately, we do have a command the Dreadhorde to bring everything back we need to. Okay, so go ahead and attack here, draw any removal spells. Now, Knights of Malice can be targeted by a Moment of Craving. Okay, that's good. So next to damage, we'll play the Plains and play out our Khan. That's fine for us, and we can... they could have D-Spot as well, but that wouldn't hit the Gideon, which is really, really nice. And we'll just plus to get some more card advantage off of this. Look at that. They give us another creature or a Cleansing Nova. And I think they'll give us the Knights of Grace before... Oh. I suppose they do have a treasure map to flip this turn, but... if I draw a land, I can just destroy all of the treasures along with that Fountain of Renewal. Which will be really nice. Hopefully they're not able to use their treasures before I can destroy them. If the Kai would help here. Another card. Okay. So they were able to utilize some of it.
Let us begin.
Look, if they -2, then I can just destroy all the artifacts. Okay.
Some solutions must be built.
So let's go ahead and look as if we're digging for a land of some sort. I'm supposed... if it's a land and something else, I reckon they'll just give me... oh, well, it's just 2 lands. Okay. Cleansing Nova, destroy all artifacts and enchantments. This is also an artifact. It's not a good game yet. I'll just kill the Khan. Fortunately, with only 1 creature.
Farewell, and thank you for the lesson.
Farewell, and thank you for the lesson. So, Khan sporting some sort of a gird and sash in this one, then Khan loses it when he becomes the Great Creator. Okay, that's good. I like it. In gold tier 3 now. Hopefully we can get to... I'd love to get to platinum. I haven't gotten to platinum yet. Let's play another match here. It's going to be a short video though, so I'm going to be doing 3 matches at most. Sorry about that. And I'm going to start recording my new series. It's going to be for the 3 Kingdoms Total War that just came out today. And with this, when this video goes up, it will be of March 23rd or May 23rd that it came out. Okay, so we got plenty of heavy, higher cost spells right here. I think we may want to mulligan. All we have is a Liliana's Triumph, but we are going second, and that may be okay. We can just play History Banali if we draw a black source. Otherwise, we're screwed. But let's keep it. Why not? Let's try this out, especially against red. Bad key. Very bad key. Okay, we got a second white and second black source, so that's fine. We need to live to turn 3. Electrostatic field. That's be interesting. So I want to play the plains so I can for sure play History of Bedalia next turn. So I'm going to do this once they attack so that they can choose to sacrifice the Fanatical Firebrand, and so we don't take 2 damage or an extra damage as well. But I believe the Electrostatic Field is of more value to them since they'll be casting lots of burn spells. Okay, that's very interesting. Skew with the picnics. Okay, so we've got a word cat for us. Hopefully this Lyra Dawnbringer will come down and save the day in 2 turns. Unfortunately, I do not believe that will be the case. That electrostatic field deck is just insane. I believe it's an underrated card since there's so many cantrips. I think they should just direct that to our face. Like, that's 1 damage. We're down to 7. They have 2 shocks even. That's game for us. But they use 2 shocks. They have Wizard's Lightning. They have Lightning Strike as well. This draws an extra card. Like, this is a proper burn deck. Well, sort of, but it heavily relies on electrostatic field. And look at that. Oh well, that sort of helps us. We get this a slight buffer. But even if we play Lyra Dawnbringer this turn, it's just like they have a lightning bolt, they have a shock. We're screwed. This gains us a bit of life immediately and makes him discard one of their resources, like that Gutter Snipe, for instance. And we get to get in for lots of damage here. So next turn we can play Lyra Dawnbringer. And if not, we can play Lilion Dreadhorde General next turn to 1 damage, digging deeper for their actual burn spells. Second electrostatic field. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Okay, so let's get into the damage. So we will definitely minus Liliana at this point.
Your course will make an excellent. Get out of my way!
Vigilance, I think, will be important. The Bell Hunt is actually more resilient. Staying here. We'll get to gain. Draw 2 cards off. Look at that. Okay, but we do need to play the Lyra Dawnbringer next turn. Lightning Strike, not a shock. A skewer. Okay, light to the stage. Okay. So good game. What else? What else can we do except play this? If we had Shalai, that'd be something to do. We might as well play things. Oh, bloody hell. This tapped terribly. Or did it? No, I didn't have second white source. This lightning struck my face. Yes. Get our misery over done. If we were on the play, that'd be a different story. Okay, so this is the best 2 out of 3. So we can do this. Gideon's Sacrifice, this is not really a Command the Dreadhorde kind of match. Shalai is very important. The Wanderer seems to be very important, duressing their spells away. It's good. Let's see. Next to Restless Contempt for a bit of life gain. I think it's fine. Bell Haunts are great. We can cut Ugin. Actually, 1 Liliana. Being destroyed coloured permanent is actually really, really nice. Removal spells, they're not really attacking. I think we take out Gideon's Triumphs as well. Add in the Mortify. Actually, we can remove the Mortify. Let's do Cast Down instead. and that'll be alright. I can leave the one Gideon sacrifice in just in case. Well, actually, right. Okay, no. Gideon sacrifice is great here. It allows us to redirect the damage to one of our creatures. So say Basilica Balheart or Lyra Dawnbringer is out on the battlefield, we can just redirect all of the damage that they are going to shoot at our face to that. Okay, this is I hate to keep this hand. We have 4 mana, all the colours, double colours of what we need. We have Gideon Blackblade on turn 3, but I think we want History of Benalia first though. So let's get that out. Okay, look at that. Okay, this is good. Dr. Vanguard. If you want to kill it, that's fine. I'll gladly give it lifelink. Past the end of combat. Okay. I think I'd rather get Gideon out onto the battlefield, have them commit resources to it in order to get rid of the lifelink indestructible creature here, and then I can mortify the electrostatic field. Sure, this is us gaining 3 life. So they have to commit 2 burn spells to Gideon Blackblade to prevent the life gain, and I can mortify the electrostatic field at a later point in time. Steamkin. Okay, so choices. Do I do? So I think they're stuck on mana, so this is good for us. I think we should kill the Steamkin instead, giving it the lifelink.
I believe in you, friend.
I'll go ahead and, well, so they have to deal with my creatures, but I don't want them to, so I think this is the right choice here. We're getting, I think, over the course of this game at least, gaining 6 life is already enough for them to cover the bases of having the electrostatic field be around for that long as well, so I think this is good. Warlord's Fury, sure. Them drawing an extra card. Light up the stage. Right, and once Gideon gets to 7, it's going to take 3 burn spells to kill Gideon. So that's really, really nice for us. Next turn we get to play both History of Benalia and Knights of Malice. And if we need to, we can use Gideon's minus ability. This Field of Ruin not doing much for us. So yeah, gaining 9 life is incredible. So I think I would pay the life for the Dante Vanguard as well, because it's a net 1 life loss with the lifelink. Obviously net 5 if they decide to dedicate 2 burn spells to it, but overall we can get that card, get that life back. So I think I'd gladly pay for the indestructible at this point. Run away Steamkin, so they've got at least Gideon's already at 7. But they've got a another round of knights to deal with as well. Sure. Result. Good. So that's fine for us. So they've got plenty of mana to work with. They've only got 4 spells. Let's see here. I think just not trying to trade off our creatures. not going to bother with the electric field.
my light.
We'll be dealing another 6 damage. Next turn is going to be incredibly large amounts of damage coming their way, so they do have to dedicate burn spells to their to our creatures here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Pay for it. Keep the Dark Vanguard around.
Bring it on.
So now that this is indestructible, what? I'm very confused as to why. I guess I just want to creature out. So I'm going to just exile that.
My sword
their face
is
with
your
this.
end.
Good game. They missed land drop number 3, and that's what got them. I think that's what got them. So game 3, I think I'll run this back as is. They don't have any artifact or enchantments, so there's no point in that. Khan may be the next best thing that I can side out. I think that's fine actually over the Ixalan's binding. Let's do Khan. So we don't have any mana color restrictions, and we can gain card advantage off of it. And if we need to, make a blocker. Blah blah blah. Okay, so nice. Pugie, come on. We got an army of knights waiting to take the reins. Aha! Sorry about the wait for this one. So it's nice having a 2-minute sideboarding timer, but I don't think there's a lot of decisions that they need to make. Do they want to go bigger? That's maybe the only decision that I see that they would make. Luckily, we still have Lyra Dawnbringer, we have Shalai, we have Ugin, we have good top ends here, but we just really want to get an early board presence. We really got lucky that game by getting the Dark Vanguard on turn 2. Be able to keep it around, and our one of Gideon, we've drawn both games. Oh wait, no, that was the last match. Okay. Now this is a hand that we have to ship. Oh no, that's... Oh no. We need a white source. Stat. No. Don't do this to us. So there's no need for them to throw a shock at our face right here. But they're going to. Okay. Well, that's probably a good reason that they I can't spacebar. At least that actually works this time. We're in trouble. We're in very much lots of trouble. Oh my god. Saved again. So I'm not going to play the Doctor Vanguard since we're I don't want to pay the full life immediately at this point. Knights of Grace would do. They can bring down the Chain Whirler. That will be a problem. Seems they want to kill the Knights of Grace. Nope. Okay, Chain Whirler is fine. Oh no, we need a second white source, please. No attacks. So this way, on their turn, they are not able to attack if we choose to use the Doctor Vanguard. Last turn, if they had a kill spell, I will have to use this though. That's the first strike damage. Knights of Grace will take a hit, but the Goblin Chain Whirler problem will be gone. Now we do need to get a white source here. Okay, that's going to be a huge problem for us. Oh shit. We need to. Well, okay. They're not going to sacrifice the god to snipe at this point, though. So we need to do it before they're able to cast a spell, because these are all cast triggers, and we'd be. Look at that. Okay, that's fine. This dress is going to do us no good. That's 4 damage straight to our face, and not good. The chain 4 Warlord's Fury. Oh, that's just. Yep. That's how they win. Just build up an army of those goddess snipes. Okay. Well, I think that's the time that I have today. Let's purchase a pack and crack it open. The Wanderer, and we get a Dreadhorde Butcher. Oh, that's good. Alright. Hope you guys enjoy it. Have a good day. Bye bye.